The exam board may ask you about a case study about sustainable urban living. Our case study for that is Newcastle. Now, we've got several little diagrams for this. I know some of the teachers do slightly different ones, but I always like to start mine kind of in the middle with a Newcastle kind of symbol in the middle. Because my idea of sustainable, kind of the first thing I will think about is the idea of recycling. I kind of set my diagram out a bit like a kind of recycling triangle, which actually ends up as more as a circle. The first thing that Newcastle's done to make itself a sustainable city is the 40/40M, as I like to put it, okay, which basically refers to the metro system in Newcastle that has over 40 stations and 40 million journeys a year. On top of that, they've created 5,000 jobs at a science park built on the outskirts of Newcastle and on a brownfield site. On top of that, another way of becoming sustainable is 15,000 people, mainly people who work for the council, operate or take part in a car sharing scheme. Fourthly, we have 20:2000. Okay, the 20% reduction in landfill since 2000 due to Newcastle putting recycling bins on its street corners. Finally, Newcastle has built 2,000 new carbon neutral homes. Okay. I always join them up with a series of arrows just to get that idea of it being sustainable. Now, the best way of making sure you get top grades on this exam answer is to try and classify them and to think how they're sustainable. So, for example, the 40 million journeys on the 40 stations of the metro a year is environmentally sustainable because it reduces congestion and therefore reduces the amount of air and noise pollution and CO2 emissions into the atmosphere. Likewise, the new science park being built on a brownfield site is also environmentally sustainable because it means that no greenfield, untouched land has been built on, but the 5,000 jobs is also economically sustainable because it means that money is being put into the local economy. In the same way that the 40 million journeys a year on the metro means that there's less congestion and pollution here in Newcastle, it's the same for the car sharing scheme. So that is also environmentally sustainable. As is the 20% reduction in landfill since 2000 due to those recycling bins on every street corner. You know, you're not using up landfill, more material is being recycled and reused, therefore there's less energy going into making new products. Finally, the 2,000 carbon neutral homes, again, environmentally sustainable. They reduce a minimal amount of carbon dioxide, therefore not making significant contribution to global warming. However, the fact that they're building homes also means it is socially sustainable because it's providing good quality housing for people who live in Newcastle. Little trick, if you note, every single one of the ways that Newcastle is sustainable can be classified as environmentally, so it's always worth mentioning that in the exam.